Hello, hello. I think we are finally actually live. This is JoeSolo. Hang on, let me get this Instagram live stream going. We're trying a little something new today. So, I've kind of... Let's see, I think this is going. Hello, everybody on Instagram Live. We are broadcasting on Instagram Live, YouTube, and Twitch right now. Sculptingandzbrush.com. I'm JoeSolo. Sorry, I just had to do that intro again now that we got the live cast going. I don't even know if anybody's going to join. Anyway, I've been coming to the realization that I have a quote vision for a lot of things. However, I don't have that vision written down anywhere or on a board anywhere. Pretty much the vision exists solely in my head, for better or worse. Right now, I'd say we are sort of at worse. Only because at this point now, I want to start talking to people about what I want to do in a coherent and consistent manner. And you can't really do that when you don't have any ideas. So we're just going to hang out here for a little bit. And I'm going to try and assemble a vision board here. It's nothing very formal, nothing life-changing. There's going to be moments of silence. I'm going to, I guess, play music during those moments of silence, just to sort of fill the air. But, you know, as I find things or as I'm looking for things, I'll definitely talk about them. I am kind of hesitant to play music in the background this whole time because I was thinking that maybe I could cut this up into a video to post later as opposed to just a live stream, but maybe I can just use the footage to make a video that I talk over for another time. Maybe that'll be helpful. My dog is kind of being a spaz right now, so I'm going to snap at him to go lay down. Ace, go lay down. Go lay down. Sorry about that. Alright, so yeah, let's just go ahead and put some music on, I guess. We'll just put that on kind of low in the background, lower than me. I'll turn it up when I'm not talking. Alright, so first thing, I saw Dave Chappelle's Luminaries podcast. I think that's what it is. And I'm loosely checking the chat if anybody's watching, but I don't think anybody's gonna join. So anyway, if you haven't checked out Dave Chappelle's Luminary podcast, I feel like this podcast here, The Midnight Miracle, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, I don't know if anybody will agree or disagree with his opinions and what they're talking about in any of the podcast episodes, but the way it's formatted is a lot like for lack of a better word, like a hip-hop mixtape. I don't even think that's exactly what it is. Maybe that's exactly what a mixtape is. I'm not as literate in the underground hip-hop scene as I should be. My buddy Anwar used to send me these tapes by like the Messengers, and I don't know, they're hosted on this website. Like, they did this sort of dedicated tribute to Bob Dylan where they sort of remixed his music a little bit, rapped on top of it a little bit. But there was also sort of these stories and thoughts and philosophies laid down for long periods of time, almost kind of long form, in between all the music. And that's sort of what Dave Chappelle has done here, except instead of the music being at the forefront, it is sort of more about the thoughts, ideas, and opinions. But there is a lot of music played throughout. There's a little bit of skits, I would say, you know, some funniness, but you know, all in all, it's I think the direction that I'm hoping more podcasts go. It feels like it taps into those radio dramas from way back in the day that used to air on AM radio. I don't even know if people know about those things anymore. It does harken back to an earlier time, and it's got a lot of things infused in with it. it's got a lot of things infused in it that I'd like to infuse in what I'm doing. One thing he's doing, which I think, or they, I should say, because it's Talib Kweli, Yassine Bey, and Dave Chappelle. Most stuff, if you don't know, are not aware that he changes his name. I think he still goes by most stuff though when he's doing music sometimes, from what I understand. Anyway, these guys, they have this podcast, and what they've done is, instead of trying to dedicate a block of time every single week and have guests and all these things, they all met up together over the course of, I don't know how many days, maybe a day, but I think it was over the course of a weekend. And they record this podcast, The Miracle Mile, and then they spent some time actually doing some production on it, figuring out how to chop it up into episodes, and they released it a year after it was recorded. I think it was a year after, or months after at least. And they released it, was it weekly here, so it comes out in the first one's May 10th, then you have the 24th, the 7th, the 21st, so twice a month it looks like. But all of it's pre-recorded. It's not, on the fly. They've had time to adjust it, add all the music stuff. They really take the time to sort of take you on this emotional journey through the topics that they are discussing and the music that's played. They start getting into some really deep stuff, some stuff that makes people uncomfortable to talk about, and they're playing uncomfortable music as well. It's pretty. So you're getting, an emotional response, and it's a lot more like being involved and being entertained, as opposed to, just listening to yet another person on the microphone, sort of what I'm doing now. Just talking and, reviewing things and whatnot. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff here that I like. I think I like the idea of doing a podcast over the course of, weekend or week, talking about a bunch of topics with a few people that I've brought in, chopping that up, giving it some production and releasing it as episodes. I think that might be better in some ways than what I'm doing now. I'm not really sure. It's just, we're in the infancy as a channel, and I'm in the infancy of building a brand and doing things that I like to do or things that I want to do. So I feel this is sort of the template, and I don't know why I didn't see it before. It makes so much sense. It's like, hey, well, instead of doing, making it more like hip-hop centric, why don't we just focus on the talking, which we were already doing? It's like, duh. So I guess, so for our vision board, if I were going to take the vision, or the completed vision, I guess, or it's not the completed vision, because I'm not a comedian and I'm not a professional musician. The reason I like music and I want to infuse music is I did grow up playing a little bit guitar. I used to play in the church choirs. I was raised Catholic, so I was in the church youth choir. I'd play like every single Sunday. I'd be playing with the church band, my guitar, and singing. I did this for years and years. So, I learned a lot about, not just performing, but playing with a group of people and timing, things of that nature. I had my own band for a little while. The drummer was also the drummer in our church band. We weren't a Christian band. We were super punk rock. We want to say the word fuck, right? Like, you can't say the word fuck if you're a Christian band. So, but it was a good time. We lasted about a year. We played at the Showcase. That was, I think, the highlight moment of our life. I still messed around with the guitar a little bit. I was thinking about, messing around with it on this channel a little bit, but that would require some form of practice. I don't know if I have the time or the patience. It's actually not about patience, it's more about time. Right now I'm trying to get better at 3D. Anyway, so music was this big part of my life that I can't dedicate my life to right now. So I need to find ways, or I want to find ways of infusing it. Because the other thing, here, let's clip this off. Hang on, before I get on this tangent. So part of our vision board, we're going to open this image in a new tab. Oh, cool, it gets bigger. We're going to put this on our Pure Ref. So we're going to use Pure Ref to make our vision board, which I think is tight. Because I was thinking about doing this the analog way, but this is better. So we got Midnight Miracle. I think I can do text now, right? Ah, fuck it. Snipping tool. Alright, I don't know if anybody's actually on Instagram Live, so we're just gonna kill that, I guess. No. Let's just download. And then we'll discard the media. Fixing that, you will lose this media. You can access media in your archive for 30 days if this is enabled. I don't know what just happened. Alright, Instagram Live, I don't understand you. Don't understand you guys. Okay, so we're gonna grab a sniping tool. I'm gonna grab this gray box here. I'm just gonna write. Grab this. I'm gonna grab a Wacom pen. We're gonna write music. Because I want music to be a prevalent part of this. And I'm gonna define it further. You know, I want hip hop and rock and roll. So I think what we want is we're gonna represent that in a couple of different ways. One, we're gonna grab some imagery from one of my favorite bands, which features both. You know, this isn't even really music, right? This is like the template. Alright, I'm gonna make another one of these. Template items. So that's this. Alright, so then we're gonna do this like fuck pyramid. We're gonna branch shit out. I'm gonna use those lead spreadsheet organization skills I learned. Alright, so a Midnight Miracle, and then something that branches outside of that is music. I like rock music and I like hip hop. Linkin Park's one of my favorite bands, obviously, so let's go through. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to use my phone. Let's see. Here we go. Let's go grab some albums I'm listening to right now. So now I have in the rotation right now is Black on Both Sides by Most Def. So let's go ahead. Most Def. And you know what? We're gonna jump around a little bit right now. I know it's spastic, but as these things come to me, I want to get them down. The other thing I want to do is something with like heritage. Speaking of music, this is why I like music. It really does inspire me and get me thinking. So heritage, right? I think I just spelled that wrong. God forgive me. All right. So we do this. Heritage. Let's get that a little lower so I can draw those sweet lines later. And you know, we're about to have some overlap. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Robert Rodriguez actually has a band named Chingon. And Chingon plays the song that's played during Kill Bill when I don't know, when she's going ape shit. Anyway, they also have some other songs, Fideo, Deo Este, is that, that's loosely, it's supposed to be, I think that's spaghetti video, but it's spaghetti western. That's what they're going for anyway. Anyway, so that dude, he's Latino. That's what I'm into. That's what I am, right? So I think it's rad that, he's a Latino director. I think it's rad that he's badass at playing guitar. This track, Cascabel, is fucking amazing. I dig his movies. I want to see more of that guy making dope shit, but his music just makes, I don't know, our music just fucking sound bad fucking ass, dude. I wish there was more bands like that. So there's something there. So I want to get that feeling of some of my freaking heritage in this channel, in my artwork, in a way that, represents more of me, not just, I guess, traditional Latino culture, but what I think of it, I guess. I don't know. I've talked about it before. I live in this middle world where I'm, ethnically Latino, but, I'm a Mexican white boy, right? It's just the way I was raised or the way I talk, which is interesting because I grew up in Riverside, right? And most of the people I hung out with, all my friends were meth heads, so like I didn't smoke meth, but Riverside's just full of like gangsters and thugs. Like it's just like that song, like gangsters and hoods or whatever it is, or gangsters and thugs. It's just like that shit. I don't know a better way to describe it, man. All my friends were they were who they were, man. We were all fucking Mexicans or minorities, and we all hung out. And unfortunately, there was a large percentage that got into trouble because like their family situation sucked. Like I don't know. And I just did whatever I wanted because I just ran around doing whatever. So I skipped school and I hung out with the people that played Tekken because I didn't really give a fuck about the public school system. That's just sort of what I did. So I don't know. So maybe we should get a shout out to Riverside. I'm gonna type into Google Images Riverside, California, and see what comes up. Probably some fucked up shit. Oh, some nice buildings. People running. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's these rocks made of graffiti, which they're trying to make look really nice. Let's see. So if you look, you can see this awesome. Oh, cool! They paint graffiti on these rocks. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of human shit and needles and beer cans and objects that may or may not have been used for shooting up heroin or whatever. So like, that's also there. That exists. It's the most interesting place I've ever lived. I just never want to live there again. But I like that I live there, and I visit often because a lot of my friends still live down there, man. None of my friends are addicted to drugs anymore, but a lot of people are still, just trying to get by, or they have family like still in the fucking cut, still going to barbecues, still hanging out with the fam, still being called a fucking white boy, even though I'm freaking Mexican. New families, just hanging out, everybody just chilling, dude. Listening to Dr. Dre, listening to Snoop Dogg, seeing what everybody's into, seeing how everybody's making money, how's everybody hustling. The people who know what I'm talking about know exactly what I'm talking about. But so let's see. So we want to be, see now, the reason this chingon thing is important is this to me is like, the way this touches me helps in a way ground me and link me back to how I feel about my heritage. And what's interesting is that connection is through music. which is one of my favorite things. And Latinos are like a musical people, right? Artistic people. I mean, for God's sakes, like, we built the fucking pyramids and shit, right? Like, Latinos were responsible for some of the greatest and highest cultures that this world has ever seen. So it's no surprise to me that it's in my bones to want to fill myself with like visual and audible stimulation, or the things I hear, the things I create. I want it around me all the time. I listen to a lot of different music while I'm working, and I use a lot of it to inspire me, words and stuff especially. So we got heritage, we got this Midnight Miracle, we got music, we got heritage. We have art, obviously. I like how that's the least important thing. Let's see here. So let's erase this. How's everybody doing today? I don't know if I've asked. I don't know if anybody's typing in the chat right now. I don't know. I don't even know. Nobody's over here. Nobody's ever here. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna have people one of these days. So, art. Copy, paste, and then we're gonna save this now so we don't lose it. Saved it, sculpting in ZBrush. Chord, so art. We want to make 3D art. So I'm making art now. So art that I'm creating. This would be the art. That dude's still trying to find. He's doing stuff. Jason Hill, we got Midnight Miracle, templates, we got some music in there, we got Linkin Park and most stuff, which I think is hilarious because... Alright, so I really like most stuff, but it's not like I grew up and I was like... If you ask me... Here we go. If you ask my buddy, Jason, in high school, to describe me, he'd be like, oh, Propenia? Yeah, it's always got his headphones on, Linkin Park, fucking Incubus. So maybe we should get Incubus on this list. So let's see here. Incubus. Make Yourself. Here, let's use the Make Yourself album. Now what's funny is I got Incubus I was introduced to by one of my best friends and fellow hoodlums to this day. This guy, I'd never know about Incubus. I knew about Linkin Park on my own. I'd never know about Incubus if it weren't for my buddy from Riverside. So these two things are linked to each other, which I find super interesting. So we have, my heritage linking to music, and then we have music linking back to my upbringing, which I find pretty fascinating. And what's also interesting, right, is, so I like a lot of new metal. I like a lot of like Edema. Let's go find some Edema, dude. I like Edema a lot. It's not like all their albums are good or anything. It's just I thought that they wrote some cool songs. I enjoyed them. I still listen to them now. I know. It's pretty funny. Let's see. Let's get like Edema in here. See, I feel like I should sort of like group these, right? So we've got like, I don't know, dude. Okay, so here's what's interesting. Incubus started out as a new metal group. So if you listen to, well, you can argue there's a lot of funk in there, but they're basically a new metal group. So if you listen to the album Science, that's basically a new metal album with some scatting on it. If you listen to Enjoy Incubus, really similar. Fungus Among Us, similar. Where you could argue they sell out, I guess, is Make Yourself, but Make Yourself is such a beautiful album, right? You're talking about a band that, went from sounding a lot like Primus to sort of finding their way, and yeah, they went into that alt rock pretty hard. Now they're just gonna make a lot of songs, but I didn't mind their transition between Make Yourself and Morning View. I thought, man, those are two of my favorite albums, right? I love Science, but as far as just, albums that I could listen to any day of the week, those two albums are great. However, Science and Make Yourself also still speak to an angst inside that I grew up with, that I identify with. The other thing that's interesting is Incubus is one of my favorite bands, and little known fact, Brandon Boyd is a fucking Mexican. That's fucking right. He's a fucking Mexican, just like me, dude. He's a Mexican fucking white boy. It's dope. So we have all this leading back to my heritage, leading back to fucking Riverside, which, is, it's both dope and terrible that amazing graffiti artwork has been like attached to people of lesser means, right? Like I don't know how to feel about it. I'm super proud of it. I also know a lot of people like spit on people who are into that shit, so I don't know, right? So my whole life is like a juxtaposition of shit. So anyways, we got Edema. You know what? Actually, now that we're here, there's one more Edema image that I want. Dude, is the Edema guy also Mexican? Nah, not everybody's Mexican. Oh, here we go. I don't know what it is about this cover. I can find another one. It's the Edema Insomniac Dream cover. I think it's like a little EP thing. It's fucking legit as fuck. It's some cool stuff. Anybody knows that Google is just getting crappier and crappier all the time for image search? You can see how spastic I am about this stuff. We're just sort of jumping from top to top. Alright. Oh, yeah, that's such fucking badass. We got most stuff up in here. tell you why. So I'm gonna put up an image from Kanye West, 808s and Heartbreak. He's written a lot of songs that I guess are egotistical for him, but make me as a person feel powerful when I sing them. I'm not a person who's used to telling themselves things like they're amazing. I'm used to, as a person who grew up shitting on myself, and that's a habit I've spent a lot of time trying to get out of, right? So when I listen to, a lot of this Kanye West music, I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to sing to yourself that you're powerful and you're unstoppable and that you're amazing and that you can do anything. And, sometimes you do cool stuff. I like having music in my life that makes me say those kinds of words out loud when I sing it, or when I just hear it, or when I get stuck on that hook. It's why I like a lot of hip hop music. I'll listen to a lot of some pretty gangster stuff, right? Like some Nipsey Hussle. I got some stuff that I don't even know if I could play it really. Live, it's too real, I guess. I don't listen to a lot of that because some of it is too real, but there's stuff I do listen to. A lot of hip hop though I listen to is uplifting, and that's why I like it. I feel that I need to be uplifted. Rock music, because I love a lot of some classic rock music, so let's get some classic rock. Rock, I don't know. I'm going to say an opinion right now that I don't know if I'll agree with in a week when I think about it. Because I don't know if I thought about it enough. I thought about it a little, I don't know if I can commit to this opinion. I would say, though, rock, there's a lot of regret in rock and sadness. And I'm talking popular rock and a lot of sadness. I don't know. There's not a lot of stuff that's not kind of bubblegum these days. That's telling you that you're gonna make it and it's powerful and uplifting. I think it's why I like Linkin Park overall. They're singing about a lot of sad shit in their songs, but there's just this uplifting element. And if you've ever seen their shows, they're really trying to uplift people and address some things, and they're really not trying to play on, let's all be sad and make money off of that. It's a way to get things out. That's the kind of stuff I like listening to, right? So we'll get some Kanye West on there. I'm listening to an amazing song right now. Who am I listening to? Let's see. This is really more about Lauryn Hill. I think she's one of the most talented and beautiful and amazing women alive. I know everybody's about white club and shit, but still gonna kept making music. Lauryn Hill, she raised kids. I saw her live in Washington, still fucking dope. Alright. So let's see what else we got here. Who else are we listening to? That's why I'm checking my phone. I'm trying to see who it is I'm listening to. On this Logic. I'm listening to a fuckload of Logic right now. Holy shit, so much Logic. That's what I mean about uplifting music, or music that even when you're expressing sadness, it's really geared towards positivity and expressing oneself. Let's get Logic. song Shook Ones Part 2. That song is fucking... Oh, it's one of my favorite songs. So Mob Deep. You know what? I've been listening to a lot of The Weeknd lately. That dude like snuck into being one of my favorite. It's weird. I'm putting a lot of hip hop stuff on here compared to the rock stuff. And this is, I think, really coming down to, you know, I want this vision board to take on sort of a life of its own and get some of my thoughts in my head. And I'm realizing that I really do want hip-hop to have a big impact, or the positive parts of it. So for whatever reason, I'm just drawn to all this right now. And I've been drawn to it for a long time, my whole life. You know, I grew up with a lot of rock and classic rock, and I've just been slowly just backing off of that as I got older and older, and I don't know what it is. Oh, Baby Huey and the Babysitters, dude. That song, Hard Times. Let's get this on here. This is one of my favorite songs. You know, I want this channel and these videos and everything I do to just be a reflection of my life and what I like. let's continue. Alright, so we've got music, heritage, my art, and some of the temple items. Alright, and then, alright, I guess another one would be, I know everybody hates this guy right now too, but it's just Mr. Joe Rogan, dude. His podcast specifically, not like the human being. He's like a person I think that, like, in some ways, there's ideas from this thing, but the format I think I want to be different. So we got these guys, Joe Rogan, Jay Hill, Dave Chappelle being sort of the divining rod to like that like oh moment. You want it to be about my art. I'm so awesome. I must tell myself how awesome I am. Right? So let's do another picture I did to make myself feel awesome because that's what I'm trying to do right now. Alright. So we got Mr. Tyler Durden. That's an interesting juxtaposition. This is like the juxtaposition of life. So the next thing though, I guess I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to write screenplays. I wanted to shoot movies, be a director. Robert Rodriguez represents, I think, a lot of dreams that I had that I kept to myself or didn't pursue as hard as I pursued digital sculpting. Digital sculpting, I love it. It's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I think had I had a different mentality, I don't know if that's what I'd be doing right now. A bit of encouragement here or there from potentially the right individuals, and I might be an actor today. I don't know though. It's a big what if. It was something that I really wanted, and even I guess part of starting this channel and everything has come down to sort of scratching that itch. So we're just gonna put film. Now, what about film? Yeah, it's so basic. It's gonna sound so simple. I'm such a simpleton with this stuff, right? It is. I don't mean that derogatory. Like, it's very basic. I enjoy good composition. I enjoy good cinematography. I enjoy the scene that is presented to me, and I want to present images in a similar way. To the point that the camera that we're using right now is the Canon EOS 90D. It's a pretty good camera. What it has is a Rokina Cine lens on it, which is a glass lens. It's a little bit bigger than your traditional photo lens. There's all kinds of stuff for that. And the reason I got it is because it gives a very film look on a camera that uses a mirror, so it's glass on glass, and I can use this camera with standard mounting equipment and all kinds of other things, and I can shoot something that looks kind of like film. That's quality that I want. I don't like the webcam look. I don't like the phone cam look. I don't really like the photography lens look. And not to say I don't like a lot of pictures and everything, just in terms of, put my director's hat on that I don't have because I have zero formal training, but as an artist, I know what I like to look at and what I like presented to me. So what I did was I purchased the things that I felt gave me the images I wanted to show to other people. So let's go ahead and let's just put my camera up there, I guess. And we have this, so we fulfilled this part of the vision. get this camera. Here, I'll do this here so you guys can see it. So I'll get this camera. I know, I'll probably use Google like shit. I'm sorry. Alright, so copy. And we'll paste. And then... You know what? I'm going to do this book here. It's the book written by Robert Rodriguez. It's called Rebel Without a Crew. It's not so much written by him. It's his diary published from when he was shooting the Indian version of El Mariachi. So this book is pretty much as raw and real as it gets. This is something that was not written upon thinking back. It was essentially written in real time. This is about how he wrote, directed, and filmed El Mariachi all by himself. Mariachi? Jesus. Alright, so we got that. Plus it's got like all the filmy stuff. Let's see here. Get those Rokinon lenses. Sure, yeah. Cool. Vision fulfilled. So next, I'm just gonna, let's see here, Quentin. Is there like a box set? I just want like a box set picture of all of his movies, and then that'll just represent everything. So, oh look, there is. There's 100% in a box set. It's not even so much that I like all of his movies, but I like a lot of his movies. This is more. I do like a lot of his movies. I mean, he's everybody's favorite director, right? It feels ridiculous to say that he's my favorite director. He's everybody's fucking favorite director. He's somebody whose films I watch a lot, or used to watch a lot. I think Pulp Fiction is still one of my favorite movies. I rewatched it last night. So that's really what it comes down to. You know, of all his movies, I think Pulp Fiction is amazing. It's the one I've watched the most amount of times over and over again. Followed by Jackie Brown. I really like Jackie Brown. There's something about the music I think is really why I really like Jackie Brown. And Sam Jackson and just the whole story. It's so muted in some ways compared to the other stuff. That's why I like it. It's such just, I don't know. It's such a cool movie. There's a lot more subtlety than his other stuff. Those two movies, I like Inglourious Bastards and Django. Those movies are hard to just throw on compared to, say, Pulp Fiction, which I feel I can just kind of throw that on and work for the most part. Kill Bill, don't enjoy. If I never saw those movies again, it'd be fine. They're gonna be totally fine with that. So it's more about what he's doing in the atmosphere he creates. I like was it Death Proof or whatever? That movie's fucking badass. Kurt Russell, that movie's fucking badass. So there we go. Next, so we got Rob Front again. He's kind of like he's got his own category. We got Quentin Tarantino. I mean, this is so far from the course. The next thing is to so the next episode. If I wanted to be an actor before, this movie pushed me even further. But then it's when I also started to realize I didn't just want to be an actor. I really enjoyed the technology that was being used. I really enjoyed 3D and how it worked and what it does. Now here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to look at all these start dressing like he is. I started doing some weird stupid stuff. I'm putting these on the vision board. These are part of my personality. I like the badass stuff from them. So what I want to do is I want to take the badass shit. I don't want to just do some like sad homage. And I need to turn off Slack right now. It's about to get blown up. Alright. I don't want to do. I don't know. I want to take everything that's cool and I want to put it into my artwork and the channel, right? Like this all has to feed back into my art and I guess the YouTube channel. So you know what? So the beginning goes to real world. So we want lifestyle. That's the thing. I'm tired of seeing YouTube channels where you just watch the screen and somebody does a thing and then like it's really good and everybody's really happy and you talk about some stuff. I get all that. Everybody's like, well, why, Joe? That works perfectly fine. It does work perfectly fine. I'm going to do content like that, obviously. I think it doesn't break down the lifestyle though. It doesn't break down that to get good and to be fully immersed, you really need to fully immerse yourself in your life. You know, it's about a little bit of everything. It's about the things you like. It's about how you're going to infuse the things you like into the things you do. It's about taking the things you do and bringing them to large groups of people in an effort to help inspire people, help bring people up. So I'm trying to build something that is like a lifestyle. How do you combine all of these things? Because I feel they are combinable, and I see people doing it, and I'm taking bits and pieces, and how do I do something with it? So I guess the other not around on the weekends right now, despite what people may be. No, it's fake. Except for trying to build. Alright, so got the real world. That's definitely symbolizes lifestyle. Let's see how. I mean, a big part of that is dope down and tie out. Look, I want to show you don't need to live under a bridge on this shit, right? Like how do we make the vision to inspire people to go, look, live your dreams, make a fucking vision board, make sure you get everything on there that captures you, steer in a direction you want to go, and don't hold back, and use it as a beacon of hope for other people to go, like, look, if you get this shit down, you too can have the things that you want in your life. You don't have to be an artist and live under a bridge. I don't think I need to do that. I think that I can be a director who stays true to his heritage and is inspired by the things that have come before me, and I can infuse the things that I like to get the things that I want. You know, that's sort of how I'm reading this. So, we got lifestyle, and then I'm gonna put this on here. I want to remember to be humble. So I just repainted my car hood and bumper, and like 2 weeks after that, some guy took a crowbar because he just felt like it in the middle of the night. I don't know if it was a dude. I don't know who the fuck it was. Someone decided that my car deserved to be punished for existing, which I don't blame him. So anyway, let me see here. Do I have a nice picture of my car that I can post? Because I already have the car that I want. I don't even want like a better car. I want maybe that crowbar thing fixed, but I also want to remember to be humble. The next car I get will probably be electric. Seeing that giant inferno thing open up in the middle of the ocean, I was like, maybe if I don't have a gas car, this could potentially help us not open up more portals to hell. I'm not gonna tell you all to do anything. I was like, maybe I should just avoid helping with the portal to hell or whatever. That's 100% just me. Until then, I'm rocking this 2010 Ford Mustang. Thing's fucking badass. Love that fucking car. Hold that car for as long as I can. Probably 10 years. Let's see. I know I have a picture of the car on my phone. I'm gonna send it to myself so I can put it on the vision board. Because really, I just want to hold on to this car or have an electric car in the future that's sort of like the equivalent of this car. The baller on a budget kind of car where it's like, oh, didn't spend $1 gajillion on that car? No, I didn't. It looks pretty nice, and you know, it's a Mustang or whatever. That's all I want. One keeps it simple. And if that can be electric, I want to make that shit happen. So here, I'll send myself this picture. Dope is I did write some of these things down. I did. So if we go into this is my book of rhymes. This is my book of modeling notes. My book that contains Plan Batman. Getting certain things have already been accomplished, and so I don't feel the need to get a more or differenter thing. Maybe that's a lesson. Once you achieve the thing on the vision board, I don't think you need to replace it with a newer, better thing of that. So think these things through. If you're just trying to be in a position to have more shit in life, you're going to be disappointed and you're still going to be sad. Don't go, oh, I want a Maserati. Get the Maserati and go, oh, new vision board. Let's go Lambo next. You can go ahead and do that. I don't think you'll ever be fulfilled. There won't be enough vision boards for you to ever make that is going to make you fulfilled. Figure out the things you actually want. Like, if the reason you're like, oh, well, like, I want a bunch of different cars my whole life, fucking put that. Just be like, okay, I don't really want to own a fucking car. Done. I want to drive a bunch of different potentially exotic cars. And I think there are ways to do that without putting yourself in debt. So, really think these things through and break them down. Specifically for me, I have and I own the exact car I want to own right now. It's not an expensive car. It's not a super baller out car. I will fix it and fix it up as we go along. That's it though. Like, mission accomplished. So we got the car. We want to stay humble. We're reminded every time we look at that car that we are humble, and that homies still live in Riverside. We got full and have to open up every once in a while. And I also happen to live in a 1-bedroom fucking apartment. So there's that. But I also do live by the beach. The apartment is kind of shitty. Do live by the beach. I don't know what to do about that. So that's another goal that's been accomplished, is living by the beach. So I'd like to stay here. This house just represents the fact that I don't want to live in a 1-bedroom apartment forever. I don't think that's too much to ask. And why not live on a hill and all that? That's not flat. I just been living. So, but I also want to show that like the character artist. Very interesting to me, with the exception of the Squirtle piece, which I did myself. Video games aren't in here on there. And I guess they should be. I mean, I do play video games. It's not that. It's more so I am not doing any of this anymore necessarily with the goal of just buying more video games to play them all the time. I really enjoy being involved in that, and wherever that involvement leads me to as an artist, I'm open to that. You have stuff like The Mandalorian out right now that's using game technology. It's not a video game, right? So actually, so we use a Switch. We do a PS4 and a Switch. I don't have that one. So music, though, is also part of the overall lifestyle, so let's see here. I'm going to do a couple. I also like to go to the rock. Let's do Woodstock because it's fun. Everybody knows what that is. So I like music. I like going to shows. So I think we're at a good stopping point actually, because now I need to sort of boil down what this means and come back to it. I feel we've got a lot of elements in here, almost like a bunch of hieroglyphs, and I sort of need to figure out what they mean and how I need to adjust this picture. Like, is is this all, I guess this all has to equal a YouTube channel, right? That's, here, hang on, maybe that's the best one to do it. Has to equal this at the end of the day. Or YouTube is really just the platform, right? Like I want to deliver boil all this down into something I deliver through, YouTube or Spotify or whatever it happens to be, Twitch. YouTube is my weapon of choice right now, so let's just go with YouTube for sake of simplicity. But I want to take all of this and making tutorials, so I need to do that. So helping people. Didn't make it better. What surrounded this person as well did not make it better. And that it bothered me in San Francisco. It bothers me in San Diego. It bothered me in Washington. It bothered me in LA. So I don't know, privately outside of this channel, maybe there's something I can fucking do. Right? So we'll just put it on the video. Alright? This shit, like, look at this shit. I don't. No, we're not doing that. Guys don't need any of that for your work. Anyway, let's fucking do it. Alright? Let's put that in the list. So, helping students. And then also, I want to help people like Norman. see, this guy is close. This guy is gonna fucking do it, right? He's gonna figure out the formula for his thing, and he's just gonna be famous. Like, he's already doing it with his podcast stuff and everything. But there's still just... It's still the same stuff we've been seeing. The production is really nice. That's all I'll say. Like I don't have a problem with it either. Like, it's good. I'll watch Chris Eddy any day of the week. And he is living that lifestyle. He's actually... Honestly, I don't know why I don't talk about him more. I don't know him, so I want to keep his name out of my mouth. That comes down to a lot of it. I know Jason, or I know Jay personally, so it's a little bit easier to just be like, oh, this guy's my hero. It also kind of trolls him a little bit. I think that's awesome too. Ralph Grizzetti's the fucking man. All right, mad respect. That guy's fucking doing it every day. 3D printing on his Instagram lives, his Twitter, all this stuff, and he's like running God of War. This dude is a man with a fucking plan, right? Dude is a grade A beast. So, like, he's definitely part of the template. He's definitely part of the template. And he's living the lifestyle. He's living the lifestyle, and he shows that every day. I just want it to be a little bit more entertaining, right? Oh yeah, HBO and Adult Swim are common themes for me. It's what I grew up with. I like cursing. Saying the word fuck is awesome. I want people to be adults. I don't want to... This isn't for fucking everybody. It's fucking not. It's not. It's not for everybody. I'm going to treat everybody with respect. I am going to curse. I'm going to potentially have opinions about art that are not... that people won't like, I guess. And not in like a hostile way. It's just, it's difficult to get across to somebody that they're not working hard enough as an artist without them feeling disrespected, regardless of how you say it, right? Like, nobody likes fucking hearing that shit. I don't like hearing that shit. Nobody does, right? I mean, you gotta take it, it's fine now. Like, I don't care. But what I mean is that, like, at the core, though, you can't just start coming out people and just being like, oh, yeah, like, suck isn't a style, and, like, here's how you build up and get good, and they go, yeah, well, like, here's my list of excuses, and and trying to coach them past that. Just like, okay, like, let's remove all these excuses. Let's concentrate on what you can do. It ends up being like this really like hard debate, and some people get really upset no matter. You could come with the softest kid gloves ever, and somebody may still put down art because of you. Now, you don't want to go on your way to shit on people, but it's up to a person how much you can help them, and if they like your shtick. Do they like your sales pitch? Do they like your school? No, then, like, sometimes they won't. That's all right. But we are HBO. We are Adult Swim. Not so much, though, that, we're degrading anybody, but there we go. So, is that Adult Swim? Sure. Actually, I'm gonna put that in template and I know I tried to stop and then my brain was like, no, you have more ideas. I also, I still watch a lot of cartoons. I'm gonna turn on this fan. Sorry, there's gonna be fan noise now. Maybe this is actually a good place to stop for the day. And I'll come back to it. Well, I think that's it, everyone. This has been JoeSolo. We've been putting together a vision board today and just sort of hanging out, testing some things, I think the music might have been too loud through most of what I was talking through, so that's going to be interesting. Hope to see you guys on the next stream. I don't know if we'll do more vision board stuff or not. But we'll see. Take care, everybody. Bye. Oh, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Peace.